Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sobriety University podcast. We're joined by my friend Evan today. You welcome back to the channel, Evan.
Thank you.
So Evan we had a podcast recently on marijuana. Check that out if you haven't. And today we're going to be doing something a little different. So it's first time we're doing this on my channel, and the first time Evan's going to be leading this as well. So we're going to be doing a live meditation. And if you can check out the last podcast we did, we talk a lot into meditation and the importance of it, the importance of using it to get sober, and how it helped both of us grow and develop past where we were in our levels of consciousness. Meditation is super important. I still do it today, and I'm going to do it till the day I die because it's just so necessary. And it's for me, it was something I've been missing my whole life. I would say I tried medication, but meditation was the way. So we are going to do a live guided meditation. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And we did get us started a little bit late in typical YouTube fashion. So we'll get going here. But Evan, anything you want to say to the audience? Talk a little bit about like what kind of meditation you're going to do. Say what's up, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So thanks for letting me do this. I think it's going to be really good. So basically, I think we're just going to do like a simple 15 to 20 minute mindfulness meditation. This will be really good for beginners. So what mindfulness basically is you just anchor your awareness, all of your attention to something in this present moment. Because our mind is constantly racing. We're either thinking about the past or thinking about the future. So the idea of mindfulness is to sort of slow that down and just stay focused on something that's happening right here. Typically, I mean, you can anchor it to an object in the room, like a candle flame, but we're going to probably just focus on our breath. We're going to just do like a mindfulness of the breath meditation. I think that'll be really good for anybody who's new to it, or it's just a really simple way to get started. So just be patient with yourself. You'll get frustrated and your mind is going to constantly race. Just do your best to just keep bringing your attention back to your breath, and I'll keep reminding you as well.
Okay. Awesome, man. Cool. So we got a little music. We'll get that going, and then we can begin.
You still hear me good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So let's start by just getting really comfortable. So you can sit up straight with your back sort of straight in a chair, on the floor, or you could lay down on your back. That works as well. But just try to get as comfortable as you possibly can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to gently close our eyes if you haven't yet. And we're going to start by taking deep breaths, just like this. In, out. In through your nostrils, all the way down to your stomach, and then out through your nostrils. And let's just spend a few seconds breathing in that same cadence. In, out. In, out. And as you breathe like this, you want to put all of your focus solely on your breath. So what I like to do in my mind is I say in, out. And I just keep doing that over and over. And I keep all of my concentration just on the breath going in through my nose and out through my nose. And now I want you to check in with your physical body and make sure, as you're breathing, make sure that your body is very relaxed. Try to just let everything go. What you can do even is you can breathe in, and then when you exhale, when you breathe out, is to try to just let everything go. Your neck, your head, your shoulders, your stomach especially. We carry a lot of tension in our stomach. You want every part of your body to be completely relaxed. You don't wanna have any tension anywhere. So keep breathing in that very, um, that same fashion, but then also make sure that your body is very loose while you're breathing. Thoughts might pop up in your minds. You might feel a little restless, a little frustrated, and that's okay. Just try to stay focused. Keep everything focused solely on your breath. In, out, in, out. Allow any emotions or feelings or discomfort, just allow it to all surface. The idea of this meditation is to just fully accept what is, positive or negative. Fully surrender to everything. Just simply observe everything. Don't judge any thoughts. If you do feel any kind of restlessness or anything, don't judge it. Allow it to come up and let it go. Check in with your body, make sure that it's still relaxed, it's not tense at all, particularly your chest, your stomach. Make sure everything's nice and loose. One of the reasons that we suffer so much is because we put up a lot of resistance to feelings and emotions, thoughts even. It's really important, especially when you're doing a meditation, to just fully embrace and accept everything exactly as it is. The idea is to just let everything unfold. You're simply just observing reality without judgment, without opinions, just observing. Just let everything come and go. Everything in this life comes and goes. Notice the way the air feels when you breathe in through your nose. Really put all of your focus on that. Just notice, just really observe how it feels when it comes in, and then observe what it feels like when it comes out. Just keep all of your focus there on your nostrils. I'm gonna say something, but just keep focusing on your breath. You'll pick up on my voice naturally. You don't have to try to listen to me. The most interesting thing about all of this, right now, is the only thing that exists. Your present moment experience of you sitting here breathing is the only thing that exists. Entire life story is in your head. Your future is just a fantasy in your mind. This present moment is the only true thing that you can be certain actually exists, and that is the essence of freedom. You have nothing tying you down, nothing weighing you down. This moment is completely perfect, and you're free here. You're safe here. If you notice any emotions in your body, any sort of physical discomfort, anxiety, worry, fear, sadness, anger, try to pinpoint where you feel that emotion in your body. Do this simultaneously while you're have your focus on your breath. While you're breathing in and out, also kinda notice if you feel anything like this, if you feel any tension, and then just really relax that part of your body. For me, it's usually in my stomach. Just really relax that part of your body. Really let your stomach and your chest, just any kinda heaviness, just let it all go. Just really relax it and let it all be there, even if it's uncomfortable. And then we'll just breathe in silence for a few minutes. Try to stay focused. Now, as we sort of approach the end of our meditation, try to just, for the last minute or two, try to just take really long, deep breaths, really nice and slow. Like, just breathe like that for a bit. And then, whenever you're ready, take your time. You could open your eyes and come back with me if you feel ready to do so.
Nice, man.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Ooh, I feel very good. Guys, I'm not stoned, if you're wondering. I'm just very relaxed. So that's this consequence of meditation is you might look very high, but you'll feel high for sure. So,
You'll
dude,
definitely feel a little bit high.
yeah, dude, that was beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You did well too. You stayed really like every time I checked, you were very like almost like a statue. Like you really stayed like in the posture. That's the hardest part. Is like not like we tend to want to move around and so it's good when you could get to that point where you can stay completely seated with your eyes closed and just really embrace it.
Thank you, brother. I think having you guide that was very helpful in that because I think when I do it myself, I'm just like grab some water
Yeah,
and stuff. So
it kind of
this is beautiful.
keeps you kind of in check when I guess when you have somebody else kind of overseeing
Yeah.
you, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. How was it for you? What was your experience in leading it?
It was good, man. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of these.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. And guys, comment down below if you have any thoughts
Any
or want to share your
suggestions or yeah, this is my
yes.
first time, so let me know if you
Oh yeah.
any way I could improve, or I would definitely be willing to definitely be open to hearing it. So
Awesome. I think for myself, some of the things I noticed, some of the big things was right away I felt instant happiness. 'Cause I was like, finally, I get to just kind of give myself permission to do this. And it is a lot more difficult, I think, when you're on your own and you have to be disciplined yourself. So having
mm,
this, designated time that we were going to do this was very helpful. So
yeah.
felt a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. And a couple of things you said during that really kind of triggered me back to the present was one, don't judge yourself if you find yourself wandering off.
Mm,
After a couple minutes, I was going into stories, fantasies, and I sort of just like, okay. And I caught myself. I always catch myself after the first, I would say, daydream. It's a bit of a daydreamer. So I had a
right.
daydream and I came back. I was like, oh shoot, I did it. And then right as I did that, you were like, oh, don't judge yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So appreciate that.
You
Uh,
when you do this regularly too, you notice that you start daydreaming and fantasizing a lot less, in my opinion. That's what I noticed for me. I think that's why I fell in love with it so much, because I when I was depressed and anxious, I would be stuck in my head a lot. But I think
mm,
that's why when I started practicing mindfulness regularly, that kind of like it dissipated after even just a couple of weeks. And I think that's why I was
okay.
like, wow, this works.
Wow. It it's almost can be a little scary to face that present moment.
Oh
I
yeah.
felt a little of that too. I was just like, "Oh," like, I realized I have an attachment to the daydreams, to fantasy,
Right.
and when life got real again, I was like, it's actually I was like, "It takes more effort to be present than it does to let myself go off into my stories and fantasies." So that was a
Mm.
very, very interesting insight as well.
Glad you liked it, man.
Yeah. And then also the last thing I'll share is, back pain. So I always get a little back pain. So
Mm.
um, I found it, I had to adjust a couple times, and I think that's okay. So finding that good posture is really important.
Yeah.
For sure.
One thing that too, if you're not used to like sitting up still like that, is you
Yeah.
can like kind of sit on the floor and put your back to the wall and just
Mm,
like sit like with your legs crossed and sit up straight with your back to the wall. That's kind of that. I still do that actually. I still
okay.
struggle with sitting like I feel like my back starts to kind of hunch, and
Yes.
so I like to keep it straight up against the wall. Sometimes that helps a lot too. Or if
Okay.
you're, are you in a chair right now, like just like a desk chair?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Um,
So I think something that helped me too is, and I remembered it once the back pain started to kick in. It's to let your belly kind of become Buddha, like give yourself a Buddha belly.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that really, because otherwise it's like, trying to suck it in and be like stoic. Like it's like all my whole back's just like trying to support the whole body. And once I just let my belly relax, then the pain started to go away.
That's why too. I kind of alternate, but sometimes I like to just lay down on my back to meditate because you can like really let yourself go that way, and
Oh, right.
let your stomach go, let like really sink into to whatever you're laying on.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
that's one thing that I usually like to do as well.
Okay.
It can get it can get hard sometimes when you're trying to sit up like that.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's for another suggestion for anybody who might have struggled with the sitting is
Pain.
it's all right to lay down. I think they suggest you shouldn't lay down because you can fall asleep, but I don't really
Yep,
see an
that's
issue
easy.
with that.
I do find that for me personally, it's easier for me to go off into daydream when I'm
Hmm.
laying down, because when you're alert and up, you're feeling all your body, your body's working. Um,
Right.
but I'll be honest, guys, in the morning when when I'm waking up, I ain't gonna sit. I'm laying down. So, uh, but
Yeah.
Eckhart Tolle did say that. He said, "Do your best to sit straight up and like try to not be leaning back on anything too, because then you're gonna be more alert, which is
Mm.
kind of helps with that presence."
Yeah.
So yep, definitely, man. So wow, whew, God, it's gonna be a great week, man. I hope you have a great week. Everyone who's watching, and may this meditation, translate into your life going forward this week. I think I definitely needed that for sure. So I want to thank you again, brother, for coming on and being willing to do this and have this be
Of
your first
course.
live. I'm honored to be able to host you for this. And you have a meditation, another one coming up this week that you're hosting as well.
Yeah.
That's
It'll
correct.
be on Sunday. Um, it'll be on Sunday, 12 p.m. I don't have the link on me right here. I'm trying to think. If you go to my Instagram, it's in my
I'm doing it
bio.
right. Cool. I'm gonna do it right now and then drop it in the chat.
Yeah, I don't.
Is
I'm using my phone as my camera. So.
Oh, gotcha. All right, guys, here it is. I signed up, so I'm gonna be going, and I'm looking forward to
Oh,
it for
awesome.
sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50 people there.
Oh, sick, dude. Oh, this is gonna be epic, dude. Yeah, and it's free, guys. So definitely take advantage of this. Great way to start your Sunday, um, and get yourself primed for the week. So here it is, and you guys can, cop that and sign up. So, yeah, brother, beautiful. Well, guys, comment down below if you have any thoughts, again, suggestions for Evan, anything that you know liked or disliked. He's not going to take offense. Don't worry. Um, and yeah, we're gonna be doing these, I think, a little more often. I really enjoyed it, and I think this is going to be a good supplement to just the talks about quitting or whatever, and then what you talk on your channel. So you have a channel as well. So as we wrap, where can people find you? What do you kind of do on the internet space for yourself?
Yeah, so I have been like lately, the direction of my content's really been going in a lot of meditation, a lot of like letting go of emotions and healing and self acceptance and self love and stuff like that. It didn't start like that. It started with more masculine type stuff of like semen retention and this and that. But I realized
What
I
a
don't think
pivot.
we. Yeah, it's been kind of. I mean, that still plays a role, but I realize I think the world we don't need so much about. I mean, the masculinity stuff is good, but I feel like we need more of this as a society. We need more like peace and
Mm,
trying to help each
mhm.
other. So
Yeah.
yeah, but my channel's right there. Myself is Evan, so feel free to check it out. And I think there's something in there for everybody. Talk about different things, whatever. I'm not following too much of a structure on there. I kind of just post whatever comes to me. So,
Nice,
you
nice.
know,
I find masculinity is just being yourself fully and embracing the
yeah,
best part of yourself. I think sometimes masculinity, especially as you guys know in the internet space, can get a little dogmatic to where it's like,
exactly.
it's like, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, all right, bro. Like you don't seem happy. Like, sorry. I think if that's what being masculine is, I'll be feminine all day long if I get to have joy in my life. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. It's not about fitting some type of role. It's about complete self-acceptance and being able to express yourself authentically, whatever that looks like. Because that
mm,
person's always going to be the most confident. He's going to look the most masculine. I know dudes who are feminine, but were very confident, very authentic. Dated many women, whatever,
yeah,
because they were just being themselves. They didn't give a fuck. So don't try to,
right.
we don't have to try to fit into that role of like what we think masculinity is supposed to be. I don't think anyway. I think that actually it's going to make you more miserable than anything when you can't learn to just
Mm,
embrace who you are and be yourself. And that's not to say that you can't make improvements and try to be more assertive and be, more confident, more of a leader. Those are all good qualities to have, and you can work on those. But I don't think it has anything to do with like, necessarily lifting weights and kickbox,
mhm,
MMA and I mean, that stuff's great, but I think that's more of like a gender role type of thing that people are trying to fit into.
right, right. I just did a boxing class this week, and I blew my back out. So
Oh, did you?
yeah, yeah, Mr. Masculine over here. Just yeah, just because of all the twisting. Um,
Ah,
I hadn't done that in so long, and so like whenever I golf for the first time each year, I have to, I've learned that if I don't stretch and warm up first, I kind of tweak my back. So because it's just the torque.
mm,
But yeah, man, it absolutely like some guys are just more kind of that ruggedness, like that kind of edgy, like kind of that's just finding out who they are. Like so, those are those guys. But for me, I'm a little more feminine. I would probably lean towards that side, but I have a great day in life. I found it's been a superpower because one thing that it's really important for dating is like you got to be able to understand emotion for yourself and then
mm,
woman as well. So uh, I find that the connections I make with women are very deep. So we have very good, like I can feel, we feel each other. It's and actually the women I date that are more logical, we don't have as great a connection. So last week I went on a date with a gal that was a little more in her head. She's studying, and so she spends a lot of time in her head, like in thought, which is more of a masculine trait.
mm,
And yeah, it was just difficult because right now in my life, I'm more in the flow, like enjoying kind of each experience as it comes. And, you know, when you're in school, obviously you're very structured and rigid. And so I found a bit difficult to connect on that level.
yeah.
Yeah, which is a very interesting observation. And so yeah, just like you said, Evan, you just become yourself. You become who you are. Myself as blank. Put your name in that space, and
Exactly.
it's yeah, cool. So any last thoughts for yourself before we wrap here?
No, man, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we did this. I really enjoyed running it, and yeah, there'll definitely be more. I'm definitely going to be improving the way that I do this as well. I think maybe I'll have like write up a couple of not like a word for word script, but have more of a flow of how to do the meditation.
Mm, okay.
I think that might be helpful. So
Cool.
yeah,
I'll share a few things too behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, for myself, obviously you're on the channel right now. Definitely, if you know anyone struggling with addiction or you're going through it right now, definitely, I'm here to support you. Same with Evan, and we've been through it, so we know it's like, and it's a grind, but you can have a beautiful life if on the other side of it. Just got to push through that pain for a little bit and break through the other side. If you guys would be willing to. There is a button to donate a super chat, which will help me support this channel and continue to be able to do this content and stuff. So we really appreciate that. And other than that, guys, I really appreciate you. We'll see you next time for another either podcast or meditation. And we'll talk to you soon. Adios.